Hello, everyone. Today being the first Sunday of this new year, I thought of starting a new initiative of creating a video blog. My thought is that when I communicate or share my thoughts, my understanding of a concept in person, it is more impactful in the sense that I can connect more easily with the people who go through the blog. I know a lot of people read my blogs on LinkedIn or on WhatsApp, what I share every day. But I thought this blog, a video blog, uh, where you can see me in person and what I am talking about, it's not, it's all coming from my thoughts, from my experiences, and what I understand. So today's blog or topic of this blog is about the context of presentations. Now, we all in our professional life create presentations, or even may not, if we are not creating presentations, we contribute to presentations. And we know in our professional, we create different types of presentations in for the organizations in which we work for. These presentations may be for the internal audience. This presentation may be for the external audience. These presentations may be related to our capabilities, the organizational capabilities, the organizational processes, organizations projects, or organizations previous work or case studies. These presentations can be around the solutions, and these presentations can also be or for a specific purpose like a orals or solution defense of a proposal. So when we create the presentation for that purpose, or for it has a purpose, and that purpose is nothing but the context in which the audience, the recipients of that presentation, the audience who are going to hear that presentation, read through that presentation, what they are going to understand. And let me also make it very clear over here that the way we are thinking about the purpose of the presentation, the objective of the presentation, what we want to achieve by presenting that presentation. The same way, the audience of the presentation, they are also expecting some meaningful information which is specific to their context. Nobody is coming to a presentation or a meeting where a presentation has to be done, will be made with just walking in. They are just not walking in. They're coming there with a objective. They're coming with a mindset that, okay, I want to hear what do they have to say. I want to see what capabilities do they have. I want to see how are they going to meet my requirements. I want to understand how their proposal suits us, or how their proposal stands in comparison to the other proposals. So the audience already has a mindset, and they're coming with that, ready with that mindset. And likewise, the presentation author who is preparing the presentation also has a mindset. He's also thinking, oh, who is the audience going to be? What do I want them to hear? What do I want what actions do I expect from them? once they go through that presentation? What do I want them to remember after they have seen the entire presentation? How do I make myself different from the other presenters? So, in both the sides, the presenter side as well as the audience side, there is a context. And if those two contexts they don't align, then that causes a dissonance. The audience will not find what they want. The presenter will not get what he or she wants. So they do not match and they do not fulfill the purpose. And what is it? And where does it? What happens when this happens? It's not only a waste of time and effort of the presenter in preparing the presentation author or the presenter in preparing the presentation. A lot of effort goes in that. And the waste of time and effort, time of the audience. But more than that, what happens is it's a loss of trust. The audience loses the trust. Oh, I don't think those guys understand what our problem is. I don't think they care about what our real problem is. I don't think they have a solution. So they are forming a perception about you. They're losing their trust. So, and for the presenter, it is like, oh, it's a lost opportunity. I didn't, I was not able to convey my message to them. I was not able to build that confidence in them. So it's a big loss in both the situation, in both for both the parties involved. So understanding the context, and not only the context, but the context from the presenter's perspective and the context from the audience perspective. Now, since the presenter or the presentation author is the owner of that presentation, he is responsible for that deliverable, that presentation. It becomes his responsibility or her responsibility to see that they not only understand who the audience is, what is their expectation from that presentation, what is their level of understanding of what the presenter is going to present, and most importantly, what is the action the presenter wants the audience to take or wants the audience to remember after the presentation. So the context of the presentation is more important than the content. But unfortunately, what happens with us as professionals is that whenever we get a presentation, we are asked to give a presentation or prepare a presentation, we start jumping around with finding the content. Oh, do you have a slide on this? Oh, I think I have a slide on this. Oh, I think I have some text bullets on this. I have got some points, bullet points on this. I have got some good images on this. We start focusing and creating the content. And then we try to retrofit that content into the context. Whereas it could be the other way. We need to define the context first. See that we understand the context, validate our understanding of the context, of the audience, of the topic, of the actions, and then try to bring in the right content. Now, why does this happen? Why do we start jumping, or why are we always in a haste to first find the content and then try to retrofit it or create the content, create or retrofit that content into the context? The reason behind it is finding content, and that to meaningful content which matches to that context, is the most toughest job. And that's why it's our psychological behavior. It's a behavior, it's a psychological behavior. And anywhere you will see, if we have an activity to complete, we will always focus on the toughest job first, on the toughest task, the tasks which are most painful, which are most boring, which are most tedious. We'll try to complete that first in the first go. And then, oh, now I have the content. Let me try to fit it on the context. So I have completed the most tedium task. I have completed the most boring task of this activity. Now let me be at peace and think and try to do things. But by then, we have already killed the context. Because now we are trying to fit the content into the context. We'll be trying to fit it to that. Maybe somewhere we will create a new slide or two. If it does not exist at all, if it exists somewhere, we will try to manipulate it. Change some wordings, change some colors, change some mix and match of the slides. This is exactly what we do. What happens? So it is not the problem of that we do not understand how to create presentations. We do not know what to tell, how to message, how to communicate, or we do not have a message to communicate. It is that there are some tasks which are very laborious, which are very time consuming, which are very tedious, and we want to finish those tasks. And those are manual tasks. You have to search for individual slides. You cannot search for individual slides. You have to search for slide decks, presentations, and you have to know which slide deck has what. If you don't know, then you have to go and pick and choose by the file name, whatever context you have, and then go through each individual slide to find the slide which matches to your context. That's the big challenge. That's the bigger problem. And if we solve that problem, the install is done. Because now you can create the context first and then look for the slides which match the context. And that's not going to take that effort and time. Rather, it would be done in click of a button. That's the power of technology. That's the power of the capability of AI, ML, and NLP. And that's how smart presentations would be made. That's how we can make presentations which are more meaningful, which are more valuable, both for the audience and for the presenter. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this blog. If you like this blog, please share it in your community. I'm going to put this blog on YouTube and LinkedIn. But first, I'm going to share it within my community, the community of bid and proposal managers, with you all. So wishing you all again a very happy and prosperous new year. a year filled with successes and growth. Whatever have been hampered last year, may you get the double of it, quadruple of it this year. So let's march ahead in this new year and grow to prosperity, to success, and winning for all. Thank you. See you in my next blog.